What's up, it's you? For today's video, with a full Primeape evolution team, I'll be using Mankey, Primeape, and Annihilape. Now, I never actually thought that Primeape would get an evolution, which was kind of surprising to me, but it's pretty cool. Annihilape is a really interesting Pokemon. I actually did a Mankey evolution team not that long ago, so if you want to check it out there, I'll leave it in the description of the video and pinned in the comment section, and let's get into it. Earlier on, I did a new moves video too, so if you check that one out, make sure you do the new moves for Generation 9 that are not signature. I've got 3 battles today with the Primeape evolution team, and I hope you enjoy. First battle here, this one is against Mice, and we have a Reverum lead. Now, Primeape actually gets a couple of interesting special moves. We're going to be running a special Primeape here. So I'm going to go for a Choice Specs Overheat, only on Primeape Shadow, and that is going to take the Reverum out in one shot, which is a nice little lead there. Now, it doesn't really happen very often that, Primeape special with Choice Specs actually gets a KO. I was just very, very fortunate there that I versed a Pokemon that, was weak to a fire type move and, obviously didn't have the greatest special defense in the world. So here comes Cyclizar. Cyclizar is going to go for a Draco Meteor. I swapped out my Primeape there. Annihilape is going to take some pretty heavy damage. Now, that special Primeape was Focus Miss, Overheat, Thunder, and Terra Blast Dark. Vital Spirit as the ability, Choice Specs as the item, and we got Max Special Attack and Max Speed, Modest Nature. This next set for Annihilape is Final Gambit, U-Turn, Drain Punch, and Rage Fist. This one is a Choice Scarf set. We've got Inner Focus as the ability, and I've got Max Health and Max Speed, Jolly Nature. So I went for a Final Gambit here on the Kilowattrel, and it did so much damage. So I actually just wanted to see how much it would do at half health. It has a lot of health there, which makes it a really good Final Gambit Pokemon. So we got a stockpile Kilowattrel here. It's stockpiling those kilowatts, if you know what I'm saying there. And we're going to go into the Mankey. So this Mankey is a interesting set. It's a Fling Landstep Berry set. Now, I've also done a Mankey sweep too, so if you want to check out my Mankey sweep, you definitely should there. You know what? Anyone that checks out the Mankey sweep, I'll leave a little heart on your comment there. I might leave that one in the description too. So this is a Landstep Berry Fling set. So the idea is to fling the Landstep Berry to the opponent, but unfortunately, I got trolled here because my berry got used up before I could fling it. But more on that Mankey set as we get into the next couple of battles there. So Kilowattrel is going to lose all of its boost there thanks to the stockpile effect of Spit Up, and now it is it seems to be like a bulky set, probably like max health and maybe max speed. So bringing in my next Primeape, we got this. This is the special Primeape. So going for the Overheat there, and the Overheat Primeape takes out another Pokemon. Now it doesn't really happen very often that it takes out 2 Pokemon, but on Primeape Shadow, these things can happen. Next Pokemon, it's threatening. It's going to be a Quaxly. Now, Quaxly is going to be a pretty scary set here, so I'm going to swap in my Primeape number 2, which is my Everlight Primeape. This is probably the best set on my team. Also, people, if you enjoy the videos, if you want to support the channel, make sure you hit that like button there, and that really does help out. And let me know, what do you think of Annihilape? I'd like to hear your thoughts on Annihilape, and of course, the rest of the Monkey family. So this seems to be a Rapid Spin Quaxly, so obviously it's going to be boosting its speed there using Rapid Spin twice. Now, with this Primeape, this is the special one. I'm going to go for a Thunder from Down Under, and it's going to be living on 1 health. So it's got a Focus Sash. I sort of guessed that one already. So now this Quaxly has got +2 in speed, and it got a Liquidation KO on my Primeape. So I wonder what this is, Torrent or Moxie? And then it got a Moxie boost. I don't want to be swept by a Quaxly, people. I got to do something. So we're going to go into Mankey number 2 here, and this Mankey is also a Focus Sash set. So I've got Counter, Protect, Acrobatics, and Reversal. So I'm going to make the best use of Counter you've ever seen in your life here. Watch it go. So I'm going to obviously live on the Focus Sash there, and I'm going to take out the Quaxly with 1 health left with a Counter. That would have been really bad there if I didn't have a Focus Sash Pokemon. I would have had to rely on my Primeape, but more on that Primeape set a little bit later on in this battle. Next Pokemon is going to be Cyclizar. It's going to go for a Double Edge this time, and that is going to be the end of the Mankey. So Mankey is going to be fainting there, so it's got Draco Meteor and Double Edge. It's like a mix set. which is pretty cool. Next Pokemon is Annihilape. This is number 2. This is my critting set. So I've got Cross Chop, Night Slash, Shadow Claw, and Focus Energy. The item is going to be a Scope Lens. Here comes a Draco Meteor, and Annihilape takes that pretty good. Annihilape's like got very, very good stats. It's bulky, and its typing's really, really good too. So, you know, it's definitely one of the best Pokemon in Generation 9. That's going to be the end of this Psychozard. It's not going to be doing much more cycling after that. This is Max Attack and Max Speed, Jolly Nature EVs, Lumberry as the item, and Inner Focus as the ability. Oh, sorry, I mean, it might be Defiant. Pretty sure it's Defiant. So anyway, we got an Iron Bundle coming in there, and it's going to be flinging like a poison bar. I think it was a poison bar, baby. And guess what? My Lumberry is going to activate here. Sorry, a Toxicol, and that's going to actually cure the poison from the item. I'm going to take out the Iron Bundle there with a Cross Chop. It didn't even crit it. I thought it might live. I thought it might be like a bulky step. Then again, this Pokemon has got a lot of attack. Last Pokemon is going to be Wo-Chien, and it's going to have the Tablets of Ruin here. So I've got Close Combat, which I know is going to do a lot of damage, but I don't know. I smell a rat here. It might be a Ghost Terror. So what I did is I swapped into Primeape, which is also part of the Primeape strategy on running with Rage Fist. So while the Wo-Chien is terroring here, I'm going to go over my Primeape set. This is a really, really good set. So we've got Max Health, Max Special Defense, Careful Nature. I've got Last Bit in Defense. We've got Rage Fish, Bulk Up, Rest, and Sleep Talk. Really, really powerful set here. So we got a Terrafire set out. That's going to do hardly any damage to my Primeape at all. I believe this is a special set too. So I've got Bulk Up there to increase the damage of my attacking moves and my defense. And I've also got Rage Fist as well. Rage Fist is going to be getting an additional 50 plus power every time it gets used. So that's why I was swapping in before. Like I swapped into a couple of hits to increase its power. So even if you swap the Primeape out, it still retains those boosts there, which is absolutely crazy. Even if you faint, and you're brought back with Revival Blessing. So it's very, very powerful. The terror I'm going to run on this is going to be Rage Fist, and this just makes it so hard, and it's so bulky of Everlight at the same time. Wo-Chien is a pretty bulky Pokemon, so that does some really, really good damage. And, here's another boost for the Rage Fist as well. And that is pretty much the end of the game here. I believe that was a special Wo-Chien, but a snail on fire. I can't believe it. So, wait, the leaves would be on fire too. That's actually a pretty clever terror. Thank you, Copmeister, for the battle there. And good thing I didn't get swept by Quaxley. Otherwise, you people in the comment section, you would have been roasting me. Let's get on to battle number 2 here. We have a battle against Huntdown, and we also have an interesting team here too. So the first Pokemon we got is going to be a Mousehold. I think that's family of 1, 2... It's a family of 4. I had to count the little mouses here. So this is my choice spec set, as you already know. I'm going to go for a Focus Miss here. Now, this is pretty funny. So I landed the Focus Miss, I know, shock and surprise, and it took it out in one shot. So you're probably thinking, oh, well, it's super effective. That was actually a Max Health, Max Special Defensive set. So that was pretty funny. So the next Pokemon to come out here is going to be Blue Ball. Oh, I just did an Electrode sweep yesterday with the shiny Electrode. With Explosion only, so you should definitely check that out if you didn't see it. I know YouTube didn't do a great job of sending that one out, so give it a go. Check it out afterwards too. So Maryl's going to be a bulky Everlight set, and it's going to set the light screen up. So this is going to be very, very tanky. Well, I'm believing it's a Everlight set. So this Mankey is a counter Focus Sash set, but I don't know at the moment. I'm like, is this bait for another move, or what's it going to do here? I mean, I've got Acrobatics. That should do a fair bit of damage. Let's go ahead and use that. So I went for the Acrobatics there. I went first, unfortunately, and now it's going to go for Player Up. So I wish I went for counter there, because that would have taken Marrow out. But now I'm on 1 health. At least I can go for a powered up reversal. I thought that it may go for a status move there, and counter would be sort of useless there. So I'm going to go for reversal. Obviously, it's not very effective, and this thing has definitely got some bulk to it with Everlight, and that's going to go for a Trailblaze. So Trailblaze is going to increase the Maryl's speed. So bye-bye Mankey. I definitely should have gone for counter, but with moves like counter and Mirror Coat, it's all about hindsight, right? So we're going to go into the Primeape. I've got Thunder, however, the Marill is going to be swapping out. Now, the next Pokemon to come in is going to be Mary Charmus. Now, this was absolute pure salt. Watch this. So, go for the Thunder here. It's going to do hardly any damage due to the light screen being up. And, of course, being a special Primeape at the same time. So, swapping out the Primeape, I'm going to leave that one for maybe a little bit later to after the screen has gone through. And I'm going to swap in my own Primeape. I need to actually build up these Rage Fists. unfortunately, the Charmeleon is not going to go for attacking move. It's going to go for Smoke Screen. It's going to increase my attack. Oh, wait, the Primeape had Defiant. Ah, that's why. Yeah, I knew that I ran Defiant on one of these Pokemon. So now I can go for a Rage Fist here. This is going to do some good damage thanks to the Smoke Screen. So now I can go for the Rage Fist. Flare Blitz is also going to power up Rage Fist even further as well. So I've got 100 base power now, and I've got that Defiance boost, and the Rage Fist is going to miss. I'm like, are you serious? One Smoke Screen? So I went for the Rage Fist again. Here comes another like Flare Blitz from the Charmeleon. I'm going to be able to take like 2 more of them. So now I'm going to get burned by the Flare Blitz. I'm like, come on, this is not happening. So now I went for the Rage Fist again, right? And the Charmeleon is actually going to be able to, like, me to land a hit on it, which is good. But unfortunately there, thanks to the burn and the bulk of the build, obviously, the Charmeleon actually lives, which is crazy. So now it's going to go for a Brick Break here. Brick Break is not enough to take it out, and Rage Fist misses again. At this point, I was like, I'm raging here. I'm going to go for a rest on this turn, heal it up, and then go for a, attack him with afterwards. And the Brick Break is going to take out my Primeape. I should have gone for a rest, but I felt like surely not one Smoke Screen. I would have missed that many times and got burned on top of that. I guess that's why it's called Merry Charmers, because you get charred at the same time. So bringing in the Annihilape there, I'm going to go for a Salty Drain Punch, and that is the end of Merry Charmers. That was a mean Charmeleon. That really, really was. Next Pokemon is going to be Bad Santa, and we've got a Delibird. So I'm like, all right, I wonder what Delibird's going to do. I'm going to swap out Annihilape. I smell a rat here, so I'm going to swap that out, and I'm going to go into Primeape. I don't know what this is going to use, so the Special Primeape might be the key here. I might be able to go for a Thunder. So we got a Terra Delibird. I wonder what Terra it's hiding inside of its sack, and that is going to be a Terra Ghost. So I was going to go for Focus Mist there. I'm very, very glad that I didn't. So now we got the Terra Ghost Delibird. It's going to go for an Air Slash. I just lived there on 69 health. Now what I can do is I can go for an Overheat or a Thunder. I was like, you know what? Let's just go for Overheat here. This isn't going to be super bulky. And the Santa is going to be having a Focus Sash. I'm like, it's just today. This is not my day, people. So Focus Sash Delibird, and obviously my stats going to drop. Doesn't matter because Delibird can just take me out in the next turn. But some good damage there. I mean, when Special Primeape is carrying your team, you know you've got problems, right? So now we're going to go into the Annihilape. This was the Choice Scarf one, I believe. And now what I can do is go for a U-turn. I'm going to save that Final Gambit for the right Pokemon too. Like, it's really good Final Gambit on Annihilape to use it on a Pokemon which has a lot of stat boost, as in, maybe it's sweeping your team, or it's really, really bulky and you just want to get rid of it. So I'm going to save that because you never know when you need it, right? So now we're going to go back into the Mankey here, and we got the, we got the Marill, the blue ball from before. So I'm going to go for I've got this Fling and Sound. I'm like, yeah, I can get this to work, but I was like, wait a second, I probably won't live a player off, so the Endure sets with the Fling is not going to work. So this time, I'm going to make use of my own Lancet Berry. So this is max speed and max attack, and we've got Jolly Nature. So I went for the Endure. Lancet Berry is now going to activate. So what Lancet Berry does, it gives you the same effect as Focus Energy, right? So obviously me flinging it to the opponent gives them the Focus Energy, and then if I get critted, Anger Point activates, because that is what my ability that I've got. And when Anger Point activates, you get a +6 in attack. So it's a really, really nice sweeping sort of thing there. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough to take out the Marill, and Marill was going to go for a Trailblaze. I'm seriously, I'm about sick of this Marill. It needs to go. So we're going to go back into Annihilape here. Yep, this is the cross-dropping one. So this is the critting set. I've got the Shadow Claw here, and I'm going to finish what the Mankey started, and that is finally the end of Blue Ball. I'm very, very sick of that Blue Ball. So now we got 2 more Pokemon left. It's called Ben Kappa, and it is Scovillain. I don't know why it's called Ben Kappa for, because, oh wait, I get it. Ben Kappa, Ben Capsicum. Oh, I only just got it then. Well, I think that's the reason. So anyway, I'm going to go for Focus Energy here. The Scovillain is going to go for a Sunny Day. So Sunny Day may activate its ability Chlorophyll if it's got it. I believe it does have it. And I'm going to go for a Cross Chop here because that's going to be doing lots of damage. I was thinking about going for a Terra here too. Like, this has got Terra normal just, in case you have any ghost type moves and things like that. and I can do that or just go for the Cross Shop. Like, you know what? I'm going to go for the Terra Normal, and I'm going to go for Cross Shop here. I don't really want to Terra my last Annihilape, because I'm going to probably save that for Final Gambit. You know, I found it a lot of time I didn't really Terra that one. So we're going to go for the Terra Normal Annihilape, which does work, you know, rather well with the fighting and ghost-type Pokemon. So, you know, he draws out those ghost-type moves. You turn yourself into a normal type, and the ghost-type moves don't affect it. So here comes I think that was Solar Beam or Solar Blade, one of the two, and I take that pretty well, you know. So I'm going to go for that close combat, and that is going to crit, which is really nice, and that is the end of the Capsicum, which is good. Last Pokemon is called Bra, and it is going to be a Bruxish. I get it. Bruxish, very nice. Now what I'm going to do, right, I'm thinking about going into Annihilape here, and I'm going to go for the Final Gambit to finish it off. So the Bruxish is going to go for a bite, so it was like a flinching sound or something. So like, all right, I've got the Troidscarf, I've got the Final Gambit. Let's finish this off. Hope for no Focus Sash, and it doesn't have a Focus Sash, thank goodness. You know, I dealt with enough trolls during this battle, and that is the end of the game. That is the end of the Bruxish there. Thank you for the battle, hun. I definitely wasn't salty on that Charmeleon and Marrow. Especially that Charmeleon, like one smoke screen, like 2 misses and a burn. Like, come on. Last Pokemon battle. This one is against Cameron, and we have a pretty funny battle here. I get to show you the Mankey in action. I know you're dying to see it. So this Mankey, as you know, is the Fling Landstep Berry set. So we got our Iron Barbs, Iron Hands as the lead here. There's no barbs on its hands, and it's going to have a quick claw. I'm like, all right, interesting. Wonder what this set's going to be. And it's going to be a Metronome. Man, that hand needs to be a lot bigger. So now it's going to go for a Metronome Brutal Swing. I was like, oh, if only I flung the Landstep Berry before I used that right, because it would have critted me and I would have lived. So go for the Fling, giving the Landstep Berry now to the opponent. That's going to give them the Focus Energy. So I'm like, all right. Now what I can do is I can go for the Endure and hope that the opponent does crit me, because if I do get critted here, Anger Point will activate. I'll instantly get a +6 at attack. Then I can just press the A button. So here we go. We're going for Endure, hoping it's got another attack than Metro. Oh, it's only a Metro set. So here it comes. I'm hoping for an attack. Here comes Aura Sphere. I'm like, yes, watch this. So Mankey is going to get critted, which is amazing. And now the Anger Point ability is going to activate. I don't know whether I've done an Anger Point ability team before. I don't know if I have. If I haven't done an Anger Point ability team, let me know in the comment section. That'd be like my real sort of avid viewers there that have watched all my videos, or a lot of them. I don't believe that I have, but, you know, there's Crabominal in the game now. We've got Primeape. I actually really want to do that. So anyway, that is the end of, and we got Tauros too. Man, there's the whole gang's there. That's the end of the Iron Hands. Next Pokemon here, I'm going to outspeed and go for the Shadow Claw, and that is the end of that too. So I've taken out 2 Paradox Pokemon so far. Can we get the sweet people? Next Pokemon's going to be Kermit. Oh, it's not a frog at all. So anyway, never mind. It's Iron Juggler. Iron Juggler has outsped me and is going to go for Endure. I'm like, oh, okay. I wonder what sort of item this has. So going for the close combat there, and it's going to be living on 1 health. So this must have a berry or something like that, or some sort of item or strategy to activate on 1 health. So now the Iron Juggler is going to be eating a berry, and guess what berry it is? You wouldn't read about it. It's a Salad Berry. So now I'm going to get outsped and beaten by Ironhead. I feel like it might have been able to outspeed me still, but I wasn't sure like what EVs they're running. Maybe they're running like Bulk or something. So that's the end of my Mankey, but there you go. You got to see our mini Anger Point sweep. We're going to go into Primeape, the special one, and now we got Oh, I see Acrobac's Damn, this thing is a threat. So it's a physical Iron Juggler, which has a very, very good type advantage against my team. Next Pokemon is going to be Mankey number 2, and I've got Counter on this set, as you know, but I was like, well, I can use Acrobatics, I can use Counter, I can use Reversal, but I kind of want to use Counter. I want to take another Pokemon out of 1 health with Counter, all right? So they're going to go for a not very effective move there, which is interesting. I guess it doesn't really matter at all because I'm going to be able to take it out regardless. Maybe they did that there for a reason. They suspected I had some sort of strategy going on. Next Pokemon is going to be a Poly. I have no idea what these nicknames mean. If someone can pick up on these nicknames, let me know. So it's going to go for a Trick. I'm like, interesting. They've gone for a Trick. Like, what is this moveset? So I got a Choice Specs, and they got a Focus Sash, so I got locked into Acrobatics, which really isn't doing too much damage. So now they're going to go for a Disable. I'm like, oh, I see. Now, this strategy is based around trying to make me struggle here. So since I'm locked into one move there, the Mankey is going to be struggling, and I'm going to be doing a quarter damage to myself every single turn. So it's basically a troll set. Wait a second, why did the timer appear in the... Look at the timer, that's so weird. Like, why did that timer just suddenly appear there and the check target and check status just stayed on the screen? That's really, really weird. Like, I haven't seen that very often. Like, those things normally don't stay up on the screen, do they? I'm not sure. Like, I don't remember them being up there. Probably just another Scarlet and Violet glitch. People, like, at this stage, I'm not really, like, surprised. So now I'm going to bring in the Annihilape. I'm just going to go for a Rage Fist here, and that is almost going to be enough to take out the Iron Valiant here. Now they're going to go for a trick again, and they're going to try and trick me item, and I'm going to get that Focus Ash back. Now, they don't have a choice item anymore, so... wait, no, they don't have a choice item now, but they're going to try and get that one back to me. So I'm going to have the disable there, but I'm not disabled into a choice item, which is good. And now they're going to go for a disable again. Basically, their strategy is sunk because they've already got rid of the choice item, and they sort of can't lock me into one move again. They got very pretty close there, though. So that is the end of the Iron Valiant. Really, really cool set. I like the struggle set. I've actually done a full team based on struggle strategies. I may do another one in this generation. I have to see what sort of stuff is available. It's kind of, as you know, it's quite limited at the moment. I might wait to, Pokemon Home happens. Next Pokemon is Crazy Not. Was that what it was? Anyway, I got destroyed there, and I took out the Iron Taunts with the same move, which is really good, the final game. But last Pokemon I've got is going to be versing my Annihilape. This is the critting set, and we got Hot Wheels. Man, I used to have Hot Wheels as a kid. Who had them, You had that little ramp. I'd set them up. I'd race them down there. I even had this one. You could pull it back and let it go, and it went by itself. It was so good. Those are the days, man. Anyway, so we got the Hot Wheels going for the defense go. I'm like, oh, I think this might be a rollout. I get it, Hot Wheels rollout. If you don't know what Hot Wheels are, they're like a little mini car. You play with them and push them around and stuff. And some, they can go on these little tracks and stuff. I had the best Hot Wheels setup when I was a kid. I'm feeling very nostalgic now. Anyway, that is the end of the Hot Wheels there. It got sold at a garage sale. And that, my friends, is the end of this video. Peace out.